What's up, guys? So obviously we got some groundbreaking fucking news here. I'm gonna go over with you guys what happened. Tell you guys my feelings on it and some questions I have. But if you didn't know, Crestfall, that is a World of Warcraft private server in development that's planning on doing PTE, which is progressive expansions, and they want to do Vanilla, WoW, Burning Crusade, and Wrath. I think Wrath too. Are forming this legacy gaming network thing. Okay, I'm gonna go over the post with you guys right now. I apologize, I'm not that upbeat because I'm tired. But I'm gonna go over the post here. It's by Azura, the lead administrator, and it says, "Crestfallen, we're excited to make a major announcement tonight, one that has the potential to change the face of WoW emulation." Ooh. It has been a common theme in this community that projects can't seem to find any common ground. They argue and fight viciously with each other, jealously guarding their secrets and always attempting to one-up each other. What's up, Netherwing? WoW emulation has a long history of bad blood between projects, and that antipathy has made most of the current developers bitter and cynical. Even members on the same team can have some explosive falling outs, stolen or leaked source code, database information, research data, or personal communications go together with WoW emulation like peanut butter and jelly. After each one of these occurrences inevitably kicks up its dramatic dust, the question is again asked, why can't these projects all just work together, share their information, and make a better emulator for us all? It's a good question there. We know the feeling. At Crestfall, we have made an effort to not make these differences personal. While we have criticized other realms, they have criticized Nesteros. We have been focused on flaws in the projects, not flaws in the people. We have always tried to maintain friendly relationships with the staff at other realms, and our efforts in the direction that led us in the stage of our development evolution, which they have with Elysium. I know for a fact one of the main admins on Elysium is very friendly with the devs at Crestfall. We are pleased to announce that effective immediately, Crestfall and Elysium are entering an official partnership in the creation of a joint legacy network. Now keep that wording in mind. Partnership, joint. Makes you wonder if there's room for more. I don't think so, according to that wording right there. Partnership. This usually means two. You may be asking yourself right now, what does this mean? What happens to my Elysium characters? Is Crestfall canceled now? In the short term, little will change. The Crestfall team's first priority is still the development of Benediction, formerly known as the Jadefire emulator. However, some members of our team will be working with the staff at Elysium, including Azura, and vice versa, with the further possibility of transitioning them to the Benediction core when it's ready. Which pretty much confirms the Anathema core on Elysium was fake. It wasn't even real. Furthermore, since we are now a partnership, we will be sharing development resources, expertise, and contacts. And in effect, the projects will be opening out of the same resource pool. We absolutely intend for Benediction, this is the Crestfall core, if you don't know, if I could dumb that down, but to be the new standard, if not the final word in WoW emulation, and this partnership will bring that intention to reality. That's one thing I don't understand, is we haven't seen the Benediction core. Not bashing Crestfall when I say this, because, you know, I was hoping, I was a little hyped for Crestfall. I still kind of am. But I don't understand, you know, how come that can't be in the Stowers core? Is this post saying the Benediction core is just going to be better than the Stowers core? I guess we'll see. In the medium term, when Benediction is ready to go, the Crestfall project will still commence the vanilla stage of its PTE experience by launching fresh PTE realms. After that, we will focus on finished content for Benediction TBC so that we can launch Legacy Crusade, a TBC-only server, as well as prepare for Crestfall's TBC progression phase. What happens after that, time will tell. In the end, we have a partnership between a vanilla-only realm, Elysium, a TBC-only realm, Legacy Crusade, which is Krog server, who is one of the lead administrators on Crestfall, and a PTE realm Crestfall, with close cooperation between the staff of all three projects. This is going to be 3 different projects. You have Elysium, vanilla only. I got to mention that. Vanilla only. Elysium's not going to BC. Then you got PTE Crestfall, which is going to start in vanilla, then eventually go to BC. Then you have a BC only realm, Legacy Crusade. There's 3 different things. I just want to get that addressed. Players get stability, security, performance, compatibility, a huge community to interact with, and a vastly experienced, dedicated team overseeing the operation. Blah, 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 blah. You know, I'm just going to, I don't need to read the last paragraph. It's kind of just like saying, okay, we want to make this great and everything. Let me just get this straight off the bat. Nothing's changing. Nothing is changing. Okay? You know in those mafia movies where the mafia families join together and they talk business? That's exactly what this is. Okay? Elysium, Crestfall, it's the same thing. Imagine if it was yesterday. It was the same thing. It's just now they're publicly saying they're sharing information with each other. That's it. That's it. It's like the United Nations. That's it. There doesn't need to be any dumbing down anything. You know, Elysium's still going to go the way they want to. Crestfall's still going to go the way they want to. It's the same thing as yesterday. It's just that they're in a pact now. And they share code openly. You know? They're not merging. They're not, you know, having cash shops. Well, Crestfall is, but not Elysium. You know? Crestfall's still banning VPNs. Elysium's not. It's the same. Their values are the same. Everything's fine. It's, again, they're just pretty much are just openly saying that they're going to be sharing code. Now I have some questions. Number one, who else is joining this? Are there other people joining this? I don't want to see Twin Star in this. I don't want to see the Twin Star Corporation that's only in it for money in this. So if Twin Star joins this, I hate it. I don't want to see Twin Star in that. I don't think they're going to put Twin Star in there anyway. And that's Kronos, if you didn't know. Number two, Anathema Core. Was it just a prank the whole time? Was it a prank, bro? Because now, as you read here, I don't like being lied to. I gotta be honest. I do not like this. Some members of our team, I'll reread this. Some members of our team will be working with the staff at Elysium, and vice versa, with the further possibility of transitioning them to the Benediction Core when it's ready. So I'm assuming they're going to work on the Crestfall core, and eventually they're going to put that core on Elysium, which is using the NAS core still. Don't appreciate the fact that Elysium lied about that. Number three, Elysium is vanilla only. Are we going to be allowed transfers to the BC realms? Because then you got a Legacy Crusade realm, BC. And number two, you got the PTE with Crestfall. Am I going to be able to transfer my character over to there? Is it going to be out in time? By the time we clear Nax on Anathema? I have no idea. Number four, the Crestfall Cash Shop. And I'm really curious from Crestfall. This is one thing I don't like, as you guys know, about WoW private servers, is cash shops. Now, Crestfalls, they said that it's not going to be that big of a deal. It's going to be minor things, like pets. My question, and if they're watching right now, I want to know the answer to this. Crestfall, you guys have seen Elysium's progress. Nostarius, with a huge population. You've seen it be successful. You are probably going to end up, maybe, we'll see, probably a successful realm. And if you're in a pact with a server that has a huge population, why do you need the cash shop? Now, what I suggest is, why not start first accepting donations? And if the donations are enough to cover the server, well then why do you need the shop? Why can't you just start with open donations? And if the donations aren't enough, put up the shop. But why put up the shop first? Why not at least test to see if you can just do it with donations? I hope they change their mind on that. Number five. Azura is now the lead developer at Elysium. What the fuck's going on, guys? Come on, dude. Like, if this wasn't happening, are you telling me the devs at Elysium are incompetent? Like, now you're having a lead dev from another server come to our server? What does that say about our devs? Like, am I taking crazy pills here? Like, Number six, Nostarius. Now, this is one thing people aren't asking about. Now, I don't know for sure, but is this the reason Nostarius jumped ship? I asked one of the Crestfall people in the Discord. I was like, how long has this been in discussion? And one of them was like, I think it was Dark Grasp, said he's known for a couple weeks now, but he's just a developer, and that he thought it was It probably was longer than that. So what makes you wonder, was this in talks when Nostarius was still there? Does this have any impact on Nostarius? I can't prove it, but let's face the music here, guys. Crestfall did have negative opinion on Nostarius in the past with posts. Um, Not as much anymore, but like, this is just on the record stuff. I'm not bashing Crestfall. It's just proof. Like they did openly bash Nost at one point. Um, were they the two teams being too comfortable? Maybe Nost didn't like it. Maybe Nost don't want Crestfall having their code. I don't know what's going on with that. I can't prove it. I don't have proof. But it seems like nobody's asking the fucking question, so I might as well ask it. Is this the reason why Nost left? Maybe Nost didn't want anything to do with this. And who gains what from this? What is what is Crestfall gaining from this? What is Elysium gaining out of this? The only thing I could think of Elysium is that, and this was my hunch from the get-go, was that they had no intentions of doing Burning Crusade, and now they have a chance to allow their players to maybe experience it in this network thing. Crestfall, I don't know. Maybe they get some more code from Nostarius, not necessarily because they need it, but because it could help them speed up the development process of their server, and they can improve on that. I don't know. But what do I think about this at the end of the day? Well, I had some hours to think about it, and at first I wasn't really thrilled, but I think it's a good idea. I just don't know how the execution's going to be. There's a lot of fucking questions here that I hope get answered soon, and I don't think people in the comments should just be like, "Oh my god, this is amazing." Like, you can't do that. Don't ever do stuff like that. You can't just have a post and just be like, "Oh my goodness, this is so good." Like, sit back, relax, and just, ask questions. Don't think everything's like the best thing since sliced bread. There's definitely some holes here. There's some holes here. Do I think it's a good thing that servers are working together? Yeah, probably. But the execution is going to be time to see. The other thing is, I'm not philosophically, I'm not the kind of guy that likes doing this stuff, like United Nations stuff. I think competition in general is a good thing. Competition is a good thing, man. It makes you work harder. This kind of stuff reminds me of like United Nations, like European Union, stuff like that. I wouldn't be surprised if people don't really like this idea, especially after the Brexit stuff and Trump being elected. We'll see what happens, but so far I think it's a good idea. But there's just a lot of questions, and we'll see how the execution works. But I'd love to hear your comments as always, guys. But thanks for watching, and of course I'll see you guys next time.